Hello everyone, welcome to a new vlog. Today is June 1st, so it's the start of a new month, and I have been a bad reader. I have only read 3 books last month. The reason why I have only read 3 books is a certain video game which a new DLC came out, and I have been playing that game too much and I haven't completed the last boss yet, which is the hardest boss I have ever encountered in any video game. Stopped playing that game right now, may come back to it. Video or vlog has become a mess because I decided that I would read for 24 hours, do another readathon and read like 3 books, but the problem is that I was very tired and I couldn't read 3 books at one day and I failed. So this has turned into just a normal vlog of like reading books that I was interested in reading, and that's okay. I didn't want to exhaust myself by reading 3 books in a day. So let's see. The first book is The Kaiju Preservation Society by John Scalzi. It's a sci-fi novel. It's around 260 pages. I believe it's about Godzilla-like monsters, kaiju, which are in a different dimension, and they can come back in our dimension and like cause like an extension of humanity. So people are trying to save it, but I know it has won some awards, or the author has won some awards. I have heard that it is very fun and like fast-paced to read. It's probably a good thing to get back into reading more books again. It will be, I think, a very good choice to start reading. I read 100 pages of The Kaiju Preservation Society and it's good. Okay, so of course the name of the book is The Kaiju Preservation Society. So you expect to be spoiled that there are big monsters in somewhere in the earth. Like if you enjoy your kaijus, your big monsters, your Godzilla, your Jurassic Park, book will be one science fiction book you will read. I haven't finished it yet. It's so entertaining. Speculate and like think about all the ecosystem and biology of this like monstrous creature, which, you know, I have always been, since like I was a child, I've been obsessed with big monsters ever since Power Rangers, Ultraman, Godzilla, Jurassic Park. They were all like my childhood favorite shows and things. So you follow Jamie, who has like a master's in like science fiction, who unfortunately because of COVID pandemic has been laid off from like a delivery service job and like has to deliver food instead of working on a company itself. So one day he delivers to this old colleague or like a college friend, and then that friend offers him a job about like you have to go somewhere else and like look after big animals. So when he goes there, and behold, those big animals are actually kaijus, and they have to take care of them and prevent them from ruining the earth. And we also follow other characters who are also like doctors and like professors who are very educated in like chemistry and biology and physics, who are all trying to like get more data on this monstrous creatures. So it's very fun. I really enjoy the concept. I really enjoy the pacing of this book. Small chapters, so very good paced. My only problem is that some of the humor isn't to my like I liked some of the humor. Like there are some parts in the book where I'm very giggling a lot, but there is also like some kind of like outdated like Marvel humor, like a lot of like back and forth humor, which is, you see a lot of those in like in Book Lovers or like in Emily Henry books, but those are like better, I would say. Is sometimes feels like it's trying way too much to be a funny book. There are some times which is funny, and though that funny comes from like the biology and like the chemistry of the world of the monsters. Like this normal like back and forth person to person humor, mainly the main character and some other characters, is like not really up to my liking. Like I think it's like one of those like jokey characters like Deadpool or Spider-Man. It just gets kind of old. It's my only like peeve or like small problem with this book. But other than that, it's something you can just look past it, because there's a lot of fun to be had in this book with monsters and like going to a new place, and it's just cool. It's just, this book is very cool. Those were all my thoughts for Kaiju Preservation Society, and I will see you when I am probably finished with this book with my final thoughts. Hi, so I just finished the Kaiju Preservation Society. It's just a fun book. You know, everything I said holds up true. So I didn't really love the ending of it. Mainly the antagonist of this book, like we didn't really need like of all the saving the world and stuff like that. Mostly because I thought that villain's intentions were like kind of weird. We didn't really need a villain for this book. I just enjoyed all the like nuttiness of this book, and all the like the science and all the fiction science of this book was very nice. So after the book ended, there's also like something which is called acknowledgements, and this acknowledgement, I read it about the author John Scalzi, and you know, I really like the author as a person. Like Scalzi talked about going through COVID and having trouble writing a book, and he had really fun writing this book, and I also had fun reading this book. I would recommend it to pick it up. It's really small. I read it in a day. I would give it a solid 4 out of 5 stars. I do not know any other books they have written, so if you have read any other books by John Scalzi you think I would like, please recommend it to me. I'm gonna read the first book in a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It's also a very small book. First book in 5 or 7 book series. I'm not really sure, but this is the first one. I've heard this is very funny. I've been reading this for a day. It's day 3 right now, and I have really enjoyed what I have read. I have read around 99 pages. I've read around half or more than halfway through the book, and I'm really enjoying it. Unlike the Kaiju Preservation Society, this book is very humorous. I love the humor in this. It's way funny. Humor is my type. I do enjoy the humor is in it is weird. So talking about the book, it's a 5 or 6 series book. It says in the last volume 1 in the trilogy of 5, which is kind of funny. It's easy to follow. It's weird. It's funny. There's like a depressing robot. There are fishes and like weird history, weird humor. So yeah, I have only 78 pages or 70 pages left in this book. So probably gonna finish with this, and then I'm gonna pick my third book for this vlog. Hi, it's been 2 days since I have like updated. So I have been reading. First of all, I have finished this 2 days ago, and I do not have a lot to say. This book was great. This book was very funny. I really loved the humor of it. But I have a little small like nitpick, because this is like a 5-book series. So this book just kind of ends like in unsatisfying way. A lot of things get resolved, a lot of things not get resolved. Oh, like let's run away from here, and then we'll go to the restaurant at the end of the world, which is the title of the next book. I'm definitely going to continue with this series. Really enjoyed it. It was a great 4 out of 5 stars. I watched I think the 3rd season or the 4th season of Demon Slayer. Like I just binged it all in a day, the Swordsmith one, and it was really fun. Like Demon Slayer is always been fun. It's really easy to like binge it all. It's really pretty. I do think that the previous season, I think the entertainment arc one was really good. It was a letdown from that season to like the Swordsmith season, but I really liked the last episode. It was cool. I have still the newest season to watch. I think I'm gonna watch it today or tomorrow to like catch up with it. So yeah, Demon Slayer is a very fun show to watch, very bingeable. So I've been reading another book. I've been reading Circe by Madeline Miller, and I have a lot to talk about. So first of all, Circe by Madeline Miller is like about Greek retelling about Odyssey by Homer. I have never read. I'm really new to Greek mythology. The only thing I know about it is from like Percy Jackson and Hades and like God of War. So like very like surface level knowledge about like Greek mythologies. Percy Jackson has helped me a lot to enjoy this book because there's a lot of like overlap between like stories between like Olympians and the Titans and like Circe and everyone. So Circe is about this daughter of the sun titan Helios, who doesn't have any like powerful like supernatural powers, but change people appearances using like herbs and like witchcraft, and all other siblings also have this kind of same power. So because of like different new power, she gets exiled to this island of Ayaya. Like Circe like explains her like life and like her story. This book might be, the writing style of this book might be the best I have come across, because like I would compare this to like Robin Hobb or like Piranesi by Susanna Clarke, but like I think it's even better. The writing style alone, the way it's written, the way it's like whimsical and like enchanting, like it just makes me want to like read this book. Like whenever I pick it up, I'm like into this book. Like it doesn't take me like a long time to, it feels so imaginative, like everything it just flows really well. There's not a like a jarring moment of like what is happening and like what is going on. Like the story, it's so well paced. My favorite part about this book is the writing style, but I do have some problems with this book. So I have never read Odyssey, so I do not know the original source of this book, the main inspiration behind this book. So there are some like weird, like uncomfortable scenes and like talk about like concerning like Minotaur and like the cows. It's very weird, and like I didn't know all those stuff. I just, it just feels weird to say it, like having sex with a bull and like a cow. It just, I don't know if that is that those stuff are in like, that took me out of it. Because I don't know, this book is so much popular, some weird stuff. I think there are weird stuff in Greek mythology too, but like that kind of weirded me out. And also there's a scene in like chapter 14 which kind of took me out by surprise, because it's a essay scene between Circe and like some like pirates, and I didn't thought that that was gonna happen, and that kind of like took me by surprise, and like I just needed to put the book down because I wasn't expecting something like that to happen to Circe. Other than that, I am really enjoying the writing of it. Isn't really there, like we just follow Circe through her life, and like, you know, sometimes big things happen. It's like how Circe is like her life and how she's living, and I do not know what's gonna happen in the later half. You know, I think something's gonna happen. Like I'm speculating like Circe is gonna get revenge, or like there are prophecies like someone is gonna come to the island. So that's really cool. My favorite another part is like connecting between this and like all my little Greek knowledge that I have from Percy Jackson about like you know, a lot of new characters come here, and like when they do the name drop of like Minotaur or like Percy and like Scylla and all those characters, all those characters that I have heard about, like that I kind of know about from Percy Jackson, brought up in here, and that's like really fun too. So yeah, Percy Jackson has been a big help for me to enjoy this book. I am like halfway through. I've read like 160 pages, half of it left. Like I get it why people love this book. Like everyone loves this book now because it's so well written. One of the best written book I have read till now. So I am finished with Cersei, and I binged the last 100 or 150 pages today, and I have a few thoughts. First one is, I would say that the first 100 pages of this book were significantly more engaging and more stronger. The opening, the starting of the book, the introduction and everything, the plot of the book, of what happens, the 100 or like 150 pages of this book were great. You know, as soon as Odysseus came into the story, I kind of lost my enjoyment. Like, it felt really boring. I didn't really like the character of Odysseus and like everything story around it. I kind of, the Odysseus part and everything, Odysseus part, which is like 1 or 2 chapters where like Cersei really like falls in love with, like talks about him a lot. Then throughout the book, I didn't really like it. That was kind of annoying. I liked her previous like lovers or like crushes or something, you would say, like Daedalus and like, what's the first one, Glaucus, but Odysseus I didn't really like. But after those chapters, the story really got back into its motion, into the plot happens after Odysseus and like everything related to it. I liked the ending. The ending was kind of ambiguous of like what happens at the end. Like, it's your imagination. You maybe not, I might look into that later. I liked how it wrapped up everything, the prophecy with everyone. Still, my favorite part is the writing style. The book loses its focus, I think, and we just like focus a lot on Odysseus, which I get is a main character, one of the main side characters in this book. I just didn't really like him, so that was it. I'm definitely going to pick up the Song of Achilles very soon. So I'm giving this book 4 out of 5 stars. So that was it for all the books I've read. I read 3 books to sum it up: Kaiju Preservation Society, Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and Cersei. 2 are science fiction, 1 is fantasy, and I gave all of them 4 out of 5 stars. I read them all in like 8 or 9 days, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got good recommendation, and if you like any of these books or like have similar recommendation or anything, please comment and like, and I'll see you later. Bye.